This is OmegaBall Championships from the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California. Yes, OmegaBall is fast, free, flowing, a new sport based on the foundation of soccer. Action is fast and furious, and the amount of scoring, yes indeed, it is incredible. How about some of the rules? We've got 3 teams of 5 that battle each other, looking to score as many goals as possible. All done in 3 15-minute periods while protecting their own goal at all costs, which as we know is no easy task. There are no offsides, there are no throw-ins, and goalies can even score if they dare venture out to do so. With its unique circular pitch in OmegaBall, the game never stops moving, and don't blink or you could miss a goal or maybe even 2. With that, from the Orange County Great Park here in Irvine, California, we welcome you into our broadcast position here for the OmegaBall Championship Men's Final. You know this guy, 3-time World Cup veteran Kobe Jones. My name is Mark Rogandino. Glad to have you along for our coverage here in Southern California. We've seen it, Kobe, this game. Fast, furious, head on a swivel. You have to be prepared for just about anything through the course of 3 15-minute periods.
Well, you said it. It's fun, it's fast-paced, and it really does test every single player out on the pitch. It's about making sure that you're in tune and you're focused and you're ready to do that transition, because we've seen it. Goals have been scored consistently, opportunities more than we can count.
And even on the defensive side, when you talk about it, you've got to defend against not just one opponent, but 2 opponents trying to put the ball into the back of your own net.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing is, like, you got 2 teams that you're up against. It's how do you dictate this game? It's difficult when you're going against 2. You don't know if they're teaming up against you. You don't know if they're going to focus on you. You don't know if you're going to give a little extra help to your opponent so that the ball falls your way.
Before we kick off our first period of play here in the OmegaBall Championship Final, we go downstairs, introduce you to the 3rd member of our crew, none other than former U.S. Women's National Team standout Leslie Osborne, standing by with Daniel Santos of Team Smoke.
Thanks, Mark and Kobe. Daniel, nice to meet you. Congratulations on getting here to the final. First of all, how does it feel to be the youngest player here in the OmegaBall?
It feels really good. I actually didn't even really know that. I think it's good to make a statement that, you know, age doesn't really matter. I'm just out here, you know, having fun, and I got my eyes on the prize.
I love that. What makes OmegaBall so unique?
You know, there's nothing really quite like it, you know. It's mainly just attacking, no throw-ins, no offsides. It's kind of just every team for themselves.
And what do you guys need to do here today to ensure that you guys win the championship?
Just score as many goals as possible and, you know, have fun. You know, that's all we're really out here to do.
I love it, Daniel. Simply said. Good luck out there.
Leslie, yeah, Daniel, 17 years of age, one of the youngest players we've seen out here. It seems like he and Team Smoke, they're in the gray jerseys. They are ready for the OmegaBall Men's Final. But how about the other teams that they'll be going against wearing the pink jerseys? Kobe, that's Team Volume. They were really good in qualifying for getting here to the final. Rodrigo Dominguez, their goalie, outstanding, 24 years of age from Hawthorne, California. And a familiar name there for the pink team in Kyler Sorber, a guy you know, Mike Sorber. I'm sure you guys out on the U.S. Men's National Team from time to time together.
Yeah, we had some time together, you know, with the national team, playing against each other within MLS, and now, man, time marches on. His son, you know, here playing OmegaBall.
For the team wearing green, that's Fusion, and go all the way down to the bottom there. Scott Drazen, the goalkeeper, was outstanding in getting Team Fusion through qualifying. In fact, it went to, I think, almost 18, 19 rounds of penalties for Fusion to finally get through, and the reason they did it was Drazen came up with a really big save. It's not the only thing in terms of play that is unique. Even the coin toss is very unique. Of course, Kobe, since we have 3 different teams out on this circular pitch, you've got to determine a way to have a coin toss. So 3 different guys with a coin toss.
Well, this is always interesting, right? All 3 are going to be doing it. How do you figure it out?
It's the one that comes up different than the other 2. So say if you have 2 heads and 1 tails, the team that would have tails will be the team that would have first choice of which goal they will defend.
And I think that's key.
The choice to,
and that's Ricky Lopez Espin, who is helping out with our ceremonial coin toss here before this men's final. A player that has plenty of experience here in OmegaBall, in addition to USL and Major League Soccer. While they sort that out, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rules. 3 teams, 3 different goals out on this circular field, and 3 15-minute periods of play with a 5-minute break in between. 3 is not the only magic number. 5 players per team out on the field at one time. And as I mentioned, the circular field, that means 360 degrees of play. The goalies can score if they decide to venture out or take it directly from a drop kick in their own area. And hands off, that's right, the goalie is the only one that's going to be able to put their hands on the ball. No offside rule, which means cherry picking is something you can and we encourage you to do.
I could have used that back in the day, Rogo. I'm telling you, that would have been perfect for me.
No throw-ins. In fact, you'll see some corner circles, and that is how every ball is restarted back into play. In the event there is an own goal, each of the other 2 teams would be awarded a point in scoring. It's a circular pitch, 175 feet in diameter. Fits right on about the size of a traditional soccer field pitch on the half, just one half. 3 goals, each team defends their own goal, and as I mentioned, those 3 different corner spots, so no throw-ins here in OmegaBall. Instead, you'll look to go to one of those corner spots for a restart or a kick-in, as you'll hear us refer to it. Otherwise, it'll be the goalkeepers that are restarting things with a goal kick inside their own arc. There is a perfect wide look, Kobe, at the field of play here. It looks pretty big, but once you get 15 players out there, you got to find a way to figure out to get to space.
Yeah, because it does get tight. You know, when you're talking about so many players out on the field, 15 players, you know, basically 12 field players kind of running around. And let's not forget those goalkeepers. They have the opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net as well.
You saw Ricky Lopez Espin a moment ago as part of our ceremonial coin toss before this OmegaBall Championship men's final. He is standing by downstairs with Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. Ricky, nice to meet you. Ambassador for OmegaBall. What makes OmegaBall so unique in your eyes?
Well, there's a lot of things that make OmegaBall unique. Obviously, the field's different, 3 teams, 3 goals, it's constant action, a lot of scoring. It's really exciting, and there's a huge potential for the sport.
And what do you expect here today in the championship? What do you expect to see?
I'm going to think it's going to be a strategic game. Obviously, all these boys have played already, so it's going to see what tweaks they did from their first game, and it's always going to be competitive. I'm expecting a lot of goals, and it's a good effort here.
Can we expect to see more of you coming out of retirement, maybe playing some more OmegaBall action, or what?
I would only do it if you and Kobe do it, so it'll be.
Ooh!
I think it'll be a fun game.
It's on, Ricky.
Thanks, Leslie. Thanks, Ricky. The challenge is on right there, Kobe Jones. You never know. You might need a goalkeeper, so I might come out of retirement too. But you guys want to win, so let's forget about that. OmegaBall Men's Championship Final. We are set to kick this one off. It's actually going to be the team in pink, Volume, that will have the ball in our OmegaBall center circle. It's right on about 30 yards out from each of the 3 goal lines. And we're underway. Game on! The OmegaBall Championship Final here from the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California. Gorgeous conditions, low 70s, slight breeze, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect for a final. Early chance right there comes off of the left foot of Mikey Picardo.
Now, Rogo, I think it's interesting if we've seen just through these games, every kickoff, everyone just lays it up and tees it up for a shot.
Early chance, and that's immediately into the back of the net. Fusion is the first team on the board. A little lazy coming out of the back, and Justin Wright, the 24-year-old from Pasadena, tallies the first one. And there's the second one, just like that.
What a goal.
Gabriel Mejia, the teenager, gets one right back for Smoke. So Fusion and Smoke get their early first strikes to get on the board. This is Sam Lower coming out of the back, looking to combine. Stepping in to win it there was Kenneth Lee. Ball turns over here for Volume. Can they find a strike? Good big save inside the area from Scott Drazen. As I mentioned, Drazen was big in qualifying for Fusion. Native of Bethesda, Maryland. Spinning onto his left foot and letting one go is Roy Caviti.
And well, Drazen has been tested so far early on in this match, and he came up big on that last one coming off of his line.
Now, we've already seen a couple of chances, Kobe, where one team, and this is our first look at a corner here. It's going to be Caviti to put it back in play. He'll loft it onto the back post. Picardo will get there. Going to play through his goalkeeper. Dominguez. Oh, ambitious, but he got away with it.
Yeah, you got to like that, where your keeper has confidence, and that almost gives you an advantage when you have a goalkeeper that's very good with his feet, feels confident on the ball.
Right at the center part of our circular pitch, the ball turns over. Chance, and will that one squeak in? No, it'll go just wide off of the right foot of Jaden Nachimzon. And immediately a shot into the back of the net. Fusion have scored again. London, England native Sam Lower. So we're not even 3 minutes in, and yet we've already had 3 goals. Yes, that is what you're going to find in OmegaBall, and we expect plenty of them here in our men's championship final. Picardo.
It's been pretty balanced, as we've seen every keeper has taken a goal so far. So this is a pretty balanced attack, you know, just as far as the game is concerned in and of itself. It seems to be balanced going in every direction.
Lee cutting inside onto his right foot, calls his own number. Drazen calm with the gloves. Good angle play as he was a couple steps out off of his line. Had it taken off of his feet, but then Drazen able to come up with the save. That was good pressure there from Kenneth Lee of Team Smoke to force the turnover. Just couldn't execute once he got it.
Yeah, we see Smoke picks up the ball, but then he gets pickpocketed by Volume, and then they try to score. That's a little bit of that, you know, 3-team play where you never know between which opponents, who's around you, which way the player's going to be going to try to put the ball in the net.
Evan Brown in goal for Smoke, letting that one go up and over the top. Couple of goals already.
Yeah, this is the one I like. It's just long distance. You just head it down to the ground. Makes it a difficult save for the keeper. Can't do enough of it. And then here, this is where Fusion just sliding that ball in at that near post.
So Volume still looking for their first strike. Picardo coming down the left-hand side, had a crack with his left foot, but it's wide. So it'll start in the gloves of Evan Brown. 24-year-old goalkeeper will just roll it out. And it looks like Smoke are going to try and play out from the back. Santos, a little combination play, finds a pocket of space. Volume try to slide over to defend. That's how quickly the ball can turn over. Still alive, though, here for Fusion. And finally run out. Should be a corner, and it will be for Fusion.
Now this is where the tactics come in. Which way does Fusion want to attack? Are they going to go forward, long ball?
Long throw over the top from Drazen, and out off his line is Rodrigo Dominguez. Close to the edge of the area, but he did keep the ball inside, not necessarily his feet. Munoz with the right-footed chance, pushed away by the defense. Easy routine save then for Dominguez in goal. Look at this, Dominguez venturing out a little bit, leaving his space open. Kobe, as far as the changing the point of attack, it's amazing how you almost get 2/3 of the players stacked over on one side, but if you just turn and go to the other side, you're going to have acres of space in this small pitch.
Yeah, and I think that's where they're going to have to find ways, you know, to really figure out the correct spacing, you know, within this match. I don't think either team's done it well yet.
Not over there on the Fusion bench, Coach Eric Brown and Tal Nachimzan, as that one curls into the lower corner.
Yeah, once again, Gabriel Mejia just finding a way to be in the right place, right time.
So another quick strike there for Smoke. We've got 2 goals apiece for Fusion and Smoke. We've got almost about 7 minutes gone. Let's go downstairs to Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. A lot of talking out here from Green Fusion's coach, Eric Brown, as well as players. It's nonstop, giving demands, language out there, a lot of chatter. I also talked to the Gray Smoke, a player named Jesus. He said number 3, Kenneth Lee, is their coach on the field. They look to him. He's both a verbal leader and showing out there by example.
Yeah, across the board, Leslie, Smoke is the youngest team without question. Case in point, Kenneth Lee, just 17 years of age, a big-time Arsenal fan, and he's still in high school at Culver City High School up in the LA area. Oh, turnover here, and on cue, Daniel Santos, right place, right time, another goal for Smoke.
Yeah, that was just an a giveaway that didn't need to be there from Rodrigo Dominguez, and goal is just too simple, made it too easy.
Out in front, big save from Scott Drazen as he's able to get a right paw on that to push it away, denying Kyler Sorber. So Volume still looking for their first goal of this opening period of the OmegaBall Men's Championship Final.
And there's just a look at that last goal that we saw, and here's just too easy of a giveaway. You can't do that. Got to be closer.
And a Volume's on the board, Kobe. Roy Kaviti from Israel, now raised in Sherman Oaks, had the chance right there. Open chance, and it's a span of 30 seconds. Volume has found a couple. Kaviti is hurt as he went into that hard challenge with goalkeeper Scott Drazen. It left the ball alone for Gustavo Munoz to finish.
Yeah, and this is where Kaviti gets the first one, and it is literally just right after, in another moment, Kaviti goes in. There's the contact. He tries to get back up, but he's in a lot of pain there, so we'll see how he's feeling.
Kaviti played professionally over in Israel for Hapoel Bani Eliat. And he's now come stateside, looking for further opportunities to keep his playing career alive. I mean, Scott Drazen, a big, strong goalkeeper that played at Occidental College. So Volume went about 7+ minutes without any scores, and then this happened.
Yeah,
Roy Kaviti.
Kaviti gets one, and all of a sudden, ball gets played in. It's not good. It's sloppy. Kaviti goes in for the challenge, and there you see it. Second one, Gustavo Munoz finishes it off on the second one, but they pay the price. It's Kaviti not doing well here.
And he is helped over to the sideline. So we'll keep an eye on that. And that quickly, a goal comes the other way. Justin Wright, former UC Davis men's soccer player, tallying that one. Oh, it's off the crossbar from long distance. Mejia thought maybe he had another one for Smoke, and then back the other way. Ben Zygmunt with the chance for Volume.
Oh, you can hear the talk. They're talking about go big. That's almost that thought of don't play it too close to your own goalkeeper, where you can get in trouble with the immediate pressure coming down. Get it to the other side of the park.
Castillo matched up there against Mikey Picardo. I think it's going to be a corner. Yes, it is. So from that far corner spot here, Smoke able to quickly put it back in play. Up and over the top. That one almost was a chance inside for Fusion. Smoke 3, Volume 3. Up and over the top and out of play.
Now, right now, Mark, you just see the game is still very high paced, a little bit hectic. Haven't seen so much of like the strategies of, okay, can we pick an area to cherry pick a little bit? Can we vulture in certain areas? It's just go, go, go right now in these first 15 minutes.
Certainly fast pace as we expected. I think the team, Kobe, that can efficiently get 1 and 2 touch and move the ball quickly is a team that's generating the best opportunities, no?
No, I would agree with you, but
as that quick touch finds the feet of Jaden Nachimzan, and he finds the back of the net. Fusion will take to the top of the pile with 4 goals so far.
And that's what you can't do. You can't play with the ball too much in your own half because the pressure's coming, not only from one team, but the second team steps in. You're bound to give it up, and then you're out of position.
Goalkeeper taking his chance. I like that from Evan Brown, just outside the area. We are 3 minutes and change left here in this first period. We go downstairs to Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Talking to Pink Volume's coach, Kevin, he said game plan, they started out in a 2-1-2. They wanted to sit back, let the other two teams attack and come at them. But since they scored a few goals and one of their good players got hurt, they had to change tactically into a 2-2. And now they're going to go at him.
Of course, Roy Caviti, that player that got injured, will keep status of what he's able to do if he is able to return. And Leslie pointing out there, Volume coach Kevin Eagleson had some role with the LA Galaxy at some time. We've seen different strategies come into play as that one is notched into the back of the net by Nachimzon.
Smoke passes the Fusion for the goal. And that's how it works sometimes.
Immediate follow-up chance for Smoke. Big save in there from Rodrigo Dominguez. Yeah, because this is such a new game, Kobe, I'm not sure we know what is the best formation.
Yeah, no, that's it. I think everybody's trying to figure it out for themselves, but you have to go with what you see is working at the time. Just like with any sport, everyone has a variety of different formations, but what works for your team is going to be the important part. And for Kevin Eagleston's Volume side, well, they were struggling at the beginning a little bit.
Yeah, Kenneth Lee coming in to clear that one, although his goalkeeper, Evan Brown, called for it. Quick corner to inbound things for Fusion.
And this is just high energy. I'm going to be very interested to see after this period is over as how these teams do in the second and the third, because I'm not sure they'll be able to last with this pace for the full 45 minutes.
Long distance chance as you see Smoke bringing on a couple of new sets of legs.
Well, that might help.
Yeah, Kenneth Lee and Mejia getting a breather here. See if it'll translate into more chances going forward for Smoke. Dominguez pounces on the loose rebound, now looking to play out from his own arc. Picardo centering, passes a good one. Chang with an opportunity, but he can't finish it from close range. That will go out for a Volume corner. Turnover, and that goal is wide open. Dominguez comes out, pounces on it for a minute. Sorber facing his own goal in a very uncomfortable position, but I felt he did really well with it, Cobe.
Yeah, I think he did a good job. But for me, what I'm paying attention to is okay, how do the goalkeepers factor into this? And what I'm really starting to see with Rodrigo Dominguez, he's comfortable with his feet. At some point, if Volume can't get back into this or get close, does he step out and join in almost as a defender to be able to push some other players up into the attack?
Of the goalkeepers so far, I would say that Evan Brown in goal for Smoke has probably been the most venturesome so far outside of his area a couple of times.
Well, he had a shot. He had a shot. He was going for the shot. But, whoa, this is just about to talk about.
Castillo steps in and trying to force a loose rebound, but instead it's back on the feet of Picardo, who let it fly from distance. There was a deflection, and that means that Volume will get a corner out of it.
See, here's Rodrigo Dominguez just coming out, able to play with his teammates.
Sorber, long distance, but that creates the counter back the other way. And pushed out of play. Final seconds of this first period. 15 minutes of play and 10 goals scored. Sorber, well positioned defensively, follow-up chance.
Close. You gotta have that one on target. Have that one on target. That probably goes in the back of the net. It's so close.
Clipped it off the outside of the near post. Dominguez putting it in play with about 15 seconds remaining in this first period. So each team finding some success, but also really having to work hard to defend. Sorber playing it through, and there's the horn to bring the first 15 minutes of the OmegaBall Championship men's final to a close. Fusion with 5, Smoke with 3, and Volume in the span of about 17 seconds, finding the back of the net twice. No question, we're seeing a high skill level on display here in that first 15 minutes of action, Kobe. I know right now it's Fusion in front, but can you say that they're the team that has the bulk of the momentum heading toward our second period?
Yeah, I think this is actually a very, very close matchup all the way around with all three teams. When you look at it, a lot of the goals from Fusion, you know, it comes from vulturing, being at the right place at the right time. So this is all still everything to play for both sides, because we've seen mistakes being made and you can jump all over it.
All right, 15 minutes in the books in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. Fusion on top right now, but a lot of OmegaBall action still to come. Second period is coming up next. Smoke with 3 and Volume with 2. Kobe Jones and Mark Rogandino upstairs with you. We go down to the surface, check in with Leslie Osborne, the third member of our crew.
Thanks, Mark. Hey, Justin. Okay, your take. First half, thoughts?
Lots of energy, lots of fun, just enjoying the transition of the game and that fact that it's an unorthodox type of style of soccer, and just like the ability to be able to shoot and play quickly with the guys.
What's been the most unique part of playing OmegaBall for you?
I think just having the 3 teams and the 3 goals, it's not traditional soccer, so for a lot of people it requires rewiring your brain in a way that doesn't, you know, apply in a traditional sense of soccer, so I enjoy that.
And can you tell us a little bit about the makeup of your team?
Yeah, so we're playing with 2 in the back and then 2 up top, so we're kind of having a diamond setup so that we kind of spread out the field and can go attack both goals. And ultimately our team is very good at playing together, communicating, and just being able to go quick on the counterattack and score.
Good luck in the second period.
Fusion off to a good start as they found the back of the net 5 times here in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. We'll see if they can continue that trend coming up next. It's the second period. Back to Irvine in a moment. You probably missed part of our first period here at the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California, where it's Fusion, the team in green, that have found the back of the net 5 times, Smoke 3 times, and Volume twice. Kobe Jones, Mark Rogandino back here with you. Plenty of highlights in that opening 15 minutes and some quality stuff.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Just jumping all over the ball and then just putting it right back, you know, where it came from. And we're seeing Fusion consistently being dangerous, but it's been chances for everybody, multiple opportunities.
There was a couple of moments, Kobe, where errant passes really led to quick turnovers, and that all of a sudden led to a goal, like right here for Roy Caviti.
Yeah, and that's just too easy. And then mentally you get shot, and that led to another goal. But look at just these opportunities that are coming, and it's quick, it's attacking, and it comes at you. There's no time to rest in this game. You sleep for a second, you find the ball in the back of your own net.
As it is, we've only played 15 minutes, so we've got plenty of road out in front of us after that first period of play. Fusion with 5, Smoke with 3, and Volume in quick succession, finding their only 2 goals of this men's OmegaBall Championship. Yep, there you see it's a gorgeous day here in Southern California. There's the lineups that we expect to step back out onto this circular surface here at the Orange County Great Park. Look at some names. Jaden Hachimzon had a couple of goals there for Fusion of their 5. Michael Picardo has been playing out on that left-hand side primarily for volume in this one. He seems to be getting some space, but it hasn't equated to goals so far.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is, as we've learned, you have to finish. You have to finish in this because there's so many chances that one team, if they get hot, they can do boom, boom, boom. You're down 3, and it's not even scored against your keeper. You know, it can be against the other team, and you can get frustrated. You're thinking, what can you do about it?
We know that in any sport, in-game adjustments is a huge part or piece of the puzzle, if you will. Which of these 3 teams will make that heading into the second period? We're about to find out. Smoke, following the whistle, kick things off, and immediately with a chance, but Rodrigo Dominguez down on his left-hand side to come up with a save. That is quick in terms of chances.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right off the kickoff, we've seen teams just do a little touch and then have a shot at goal.
Led to the corner, but a little more benign on the follow-up chance for Smoke there. Could you have done this back in your playing days? Just a quick restart and look for the corner?
I would have loved to have done this. This would have been fantastic.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen and kids, that is about a 30-yard space between our OmegaBall center circle to the goal line of each of the goals. So certainly within reach if you hit a good shot.
And by the way, Evan Brown is goalkeeper for Smoke. That's probably what, the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him try to have one to catch a keeper off the guard?
Yeah, he hasn't been shy, that's for sure.
That's interesting. I want to see if there's going to be a little bit more running off of the ball. You know, all of a sudden, we talked about that high intensity in the first one. It seems like maybe tactics are coming in a bit more in this second period.
As we're just about a minute into this second period of our OmegaBall Championship men's final, the youngest of the teams, Smoke, was really the team that ran through qualifying yesterday. It was a much sterner, or much stiffer road, long distance there on the chance from Evan Brown, but it was a much tougher road for Fusion, but yet they're the team that has seemed to somewhat figure it out, and that's why they're in front. Big save! No! Did Dominguez get it? I don't think he did.
No, that's a goal.
That's a goal.
A fantastic shot. Jesus Guevara.
Drazen will just shepherd that one out. Let's go back to that goal a moment ago. What a strike.
Yeah, did you see this? Hello, I'm going to bring this down first time, turn and shot into the back of the net. This is how you catch a keeper off guard, folks. You just get this and say, hey, I'm going to dare to be brilliant. Has the shot, boom, back of the net.
Struck the volley perfect. And it winds up off the fingertips of Rodrigo Dominguez. So pulling one back, Picardo trying to swing and match that volley first time with his right foot. Long distance, that'll whistle by the far post. So it'll start in at the feet of volume keeper.
Yeah, we're starting to see a few more shots from long distance in this period where the players are just stepping up and having a crack. And I think some of the things that have to go into account, you know, the wind.
I was just going to say, we should add, there's a little bit of a puff of wind here, a little breeze it's picked up directly in the face of volume goalkeeper Rodrigo Dominguez. Good turn from Chang. Oh, what a save.
Fantastic save. You could hear the slap all the way from here, from Scott Drazen.
He measures in at about 6'4".
Used every bit of that height on that save.
Sure did, but it leads to a corner chance now here for Smoke. They'll play the short ball in, and that a more routine save for Drazen this time. Quick outlet, can it lead to something here for Fusion as they still hold a 1-goal lead out in front of Smoke? Setting up for a corner. More on Team Smoke. We go downstairs to Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Talk to number 3, Kenneth, who is our player coach on the field. Going into the second period, he really stressed enough that he didn't want to make too many adjustments to focus on themselves, but he did say he wants them to attack and shoot more.
You know, it's interesting because I think that really for Fusion and for Smoke, they want to just stay close and we get into the third period and anything can happen.
No, that makes sense, you know. And look, you've got to stay within reach, and I think a lot's going to come down to the final period. But right now, we're in a situation where Fusion with 5, Smoke with 4, Volume 2. So Smoke, they're right there.
Shot from distance off of the right foot of Todd Castillo, finds the lower corner. That one from right on about 28 yards out. It was just, I think, outside of our OmegaBall circle. Here's how free kicks go.
Yeah, this is just a set piece, and you can see the wall or the keeper maybe not communicating because there's a whole lot of space left open on one side.
I was going to say wall, what wall? Off the post, still alive. Follow-up chance, goes wide.
Ooh, that was a close one. Let's see, Jesus Guevara once again, looking dangerous out there. He's a little frustrated with himself that he didn't put that one in the back of the net.
Good news for Volume. Remember, in our first period of play, Roy Caviti went out with an injury. It looked like a lower ankle injury. He took some ice from the training staff on hand here at the Orange County Great Park, but is back out there on the field for Volume. And remember, he found the back of the net, Kobe, in that first 15 minutes. Here is Caviti on the ball, looking to combine. Munoz couldn't bring down a tough pass. Stepping in to win it there. Sam Lower. This is Morales. Back for Lower. Splits a couple of defenders. Good pass back for Lower. Little something brewing here for Fusion. Touched out for a corner for Pink. So now they have the option of playing 2 different ways.
Yeah, I'd really like to see who out there is going to take advantage of just the awareness on the field. Right now, I think all the teams, once they pick a goal, they kind of stick with it. If any of them just decide, okay, I'm going to go to this goal, then I'm going to cut and go to a different one, all of a sudden this game completely opens up.
Right, calling the audible almost. Dominguez way out of his area, and that one bangs off of the frame. Sorber. 2v1 opportunity here. Munoz finds Caviti, couldn't slip away from pressure. Chance, and a glove save there from Dominguez. A lot of experience playing futsal for Volume keeper Rodrigo Dominguez. 2 days away from his 24th birthday. Here's Smoke. They're all tied up at 5 with Fusion. Volume still looking to close that gap as they had 2 goals in the opening 15 minutes. There was that wind a little bit, Kobe, kind of affecting that ball. It just sailed on Drazen all the way. An easy save for Dominguez.
That's where you got to play with the elements there, Rogo. You got to figure out. You put those balls up high, the wind's just going to take it and it's going to sail beyond, and you're just giving the ball away.
Pink quickly restarting on the corner, switches it all the way across, but out of the reach of Gustavo Munoz. Deflected ball will go out. We haven't seen a ton of Vulture opportunities so far here today. There's been a couple, but where one team is attacking, it turns over, and another team gets a chance to just bury one.
Yeah, they're playing safe.
Agreed.
Right now, I think that there was a great opportunity. That was a good chance for Fusion, but just got underneath it and hit it over the bar as the keeper was caught off his line and away.
Long distance, what a fire! Fingertip save, follow-up chance, that's a Vulture chance, and a goal for Smoke.
You ask and you shall receive, Mark. There it is. Great shot, good Vulture, and then all of a sudden, Smoke right back in there.
This is exactly what a Vulture chance is, folks. Watch, it's Pink on the attack. Drazen makes the great save, and there's Lee to capitalize for Smoke.
Yeah, and there's nothing Drazen could do. He has to go for it. He gets pulled out of position off of this great shot. Great save, and then Lee, vulturing, just standing there and waiting for it. Puts the ball in the net. All of a sudden, Smoke looking pretty good.
Hey, let's give Kenneth Lee credit right there, because that ball was high bouncing, but did a good job to make sure he got a good touch to it to put it away. There's a long-distance chance there. Will sail over the crossbar of Volume. So Smoke, who trailed after the first 15 minutes, now find themselves in front. Back downstairs to Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. I just talked to Coach Brown, Green Fusion. He said it's a battle out there. He wants his team to block shots and be tougher defensively and quicker in transition. And he thinks that a goal is coming soon.
Leslie, do you get the sense that the anxiety levels kind of go up and down with the guys down there?
Yeah, I do. And I'm seeing Green Fusion is really active on the sideline, emotional, talking a lot of chatter. And then I'm seeing this, the other teams a lot more quiet. Their body language is different. So it's really interesting being down here and watching everyone's body language.
I might have to start calling Leslie the prophet, because she said get the sense a goal is coming soon. And on cue during her report, Jaden Nachimzon is able to put one in for Fusion.
Well done.
So that ties us back up at 6-6 between Smoke and Fusion. Volume still looking for their first goal.
Oh, here he comes. Go for it. Yes! You know what? If no one is going to stop the goalkeeper, this is exactly what you do. You just go out and you get it. You take it.
Well, and he was out, and immediately Volume tried to see if they could catch Evan Brown being out of his area and go back to the wide open goal. Look at it again and how it all unfolds.
Yeah, look at this. Is Evan Brown. No, he's like, hey, no one's coming to me. No one's stepping up to me. All right, I'll just slide this one home, and he does it. Look at this. Where's the pressure? You're just going to let him step up like that, and boom. You know, and that's a good tactic. You have that extra player. If the keepers are going to sit and you can bring out that extra player, all of a sudden you have an advantage. But just don't lose the ball.
Right. He did. To be fair, he had a couple of his Smoke players right there with him, so he could have passed it to him. But hey, why not call your own number if you're a goalkeeper and you get within 12 yards of the goal? So Smoke have found something here in this second period of our OmegaBall Championship men's final. I'll have to see who that goes to. Deflected on the way in. But I think that's going to count for Smoke. Oh, we're getting word from downstairs that they gave that goal to Fusion. It was deflected, I think, last touch by Fusion.
You know what? I got to agree with that. A little deflection like that, if it's on target, that should go to Fusion. Can't say that Smoke was thinking they were trying to do that. Right?
True, I agree. I agree. Let's take a look. We got the benefit of replay here in the big box.
Yeah, look, here's the shot. Yeah, that's right off the rear. He tried to claim it, though. Smoke tried to claim it, but it goes to Fusion. Yeah, see, just a little bit of a deflection there.
The intention was on the shot from Fusion.
Yes, and for Smoke, it was just a block. Ooh, we're getting aggressive here, a little chippy.
Bodies tangle up, but Drazen has been big all afternoon long in goal for Fusion. He helped the team in green qualify through a couple of big saves in the penalty kicks earlier in qualifying.
I tell you, Volume's got to make some changes to get back into this match as the other two teams are pulling away.
They really don't have a lot in terms of who's hanging out in around the attacking goal of either of the two opponents. They seem more focused on defense.
You know, I know people say that defense wins championships, but if you don't score, you're never going to win.
Not an OmegaBall. Not an OmegaBall. Over the top for Gustavo Munoz. Tough ball to collect. Second chance on the follow-up, and it curls into the corner. Gabriel Mejia.
Gabriel Mejia is just finding a way. He's the leading goal scorer for Smoke.
Smoke have found something here in this second period. Let's go downstairs to Leslie.
Mark, and I just love, maybe it's their youthfulness or what, but there's a lot of energy down here. Again, no coach, but players on the sideline encouraging even Evan Brown, their goalkeeper, to get another one. There was a lot of chatter and a lot of communication coming from the bench to the players on the field.
It almost seems, Leslie, like they're the ones that are keeping it a little more simple, right? They're not trying to force play in certain spaces.
Yeah, simple, good movement, and also they look like they're having fun out there, and I think that's showing off.
Well, whatever it has been, it's led to 5 goals here in the second period, and consequently, after trailing to begin the second period, Kobe, they now found themselves in front of Fusion by a goal.
Well, that's exactly what it takes as we see Volume finally starting to step up and take some shots here.
Volume yet to find the back of the net, though, in this second 15-minute stanza.
Now, I do like how Smoke does not have a coach out there. They're just letting the players on the field figure it out and work together, talk to each other, and find ways to get goals and to defend well. As we're seeing over these last few minutes, not a whole lot is going towards Smoke and Evan Brown.
We're in the final minute. We've got just a few seconds left here in this second period. Maybe just enough time for Fusion to equalize one more time. Did that ball stay in? No, it went out of play. And it'll start at the feet of goalkeeper Rodrigo Dominguez. There is the horn to bring the second period of play to a close. And yes, Smoke cleared here. They found 5 goals in that second period, Kobe, and consequently, they'll take a slight lead into the third and final 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about just working together as a team. They figured it out. They figured out where the placement needs to be. They figured out the spacing. They have 2 in the back. They're allowing the other 2s to be in the right areas to finish chances off.
Well, let's see if we can pick something out here in the second period, highlights of where they discovered it. They didn't waste any time with that early chance right off of the kickoff for a second 15-minute period.
Yeah, that was the tone that they were going to go with, that they were going to be aggressive. And you see some fantastic plays, just the one off of the volley, some of these shots where they're testing the keepers consistently. And if you notice for Smoke, a lot of the times there's not any defense around the players as they're shooting, so that's good for them.
Daniel Santos had a couple in there, and then Gabriel Mejia had one. Kenneth Lee, remember, had that Vulture opportunity. But generating chances continues to be the theme here in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. How about that strike right there? And there was Lee. Right place, right time.
Yeah, and being first, being in tuned, thinking ahead, and being the first to move and react.
And who could forget this chance?
That's my favorite. I think that's my favorite. You got to love it when the keeper comes up, no one steps up, and he just slides it into the back of the net.
Evan Brown coming all the way from his own goal, making his way to put the ball in the back of the net. He's the goalkeeper for Smoke. They will take a lead toward the third period. Let's check in downstairs with the coach on the field for Team Smoke, Kenneth Lee. He's standing by with Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. Kenneth, your teammates call you the player coach. You're 17 years old. How does that make you feel?
It's pretty cool. I guess I'll take the mantle of coach. I try to give advice, whenever I can, try to, encourage them. They're all good players, so I really don't have to say much. I found out about this, and I was like, should we try our luck? And we did. So, yeah, it's cool that they call me that. We got another third period here. Hopefully we can close it out.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive game so far. What's been working for you guys so far?
I think we're just taking a lot of shots, making keepers make saves. Like I said, we got a lot of good players, good attackers, good defenders. So I think in that period we did what we wanted to do, just take a lot of shots, make keepers make saves, and then also capitalize on their shots. I had one off a rebound and just try to create a lot of chances, and we did that, and we were able to get a lead.
Awesome. Last question. What is the most exciting part about playing OmegaBall?
I think it's just the back and forth of it. It never stops. I think that's the main thing. There's no time to really take a breather or take your mind off the game. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you sharp because the game never stops. And, yeah, I think that's the most exciting part about it.
Yes, it does, Kenneth. Good luck in the third period. Bring it home.
Kenneth Lee, part of a 5-goal second period, and that sees Smoke leading 8-7 for Fusion and 2 for Volume. We've got a whole nother 15 minutes coming your way, though, here from Irvine, California. It all comes down to the third period in the OmegaBall Championship men's final next. Goals, goals, and more goals. That's what we have had so far in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. 17 goals in 30 minutes, and we still have a whole nother third period to play. It's Team Smoke out in front with an 8-7-2 lead. Kobe Jones and Mark Rogandino upstairs with you. Let's go downstairs and check in with the third member of our crew, none other than Leslie Osborne. You've probably heard plenty about in-game adjustments, Leslie. What do we expect for the third period?
I have, and it's pretty exciting down here. I just talked to Coach Kevin, and I overheard them talking. They are going to change tactics. They're going to keep Tyler in the back and push 3 up front. They know they need to score some goals, and also they know wind is a factor. So they said shoot it hard, and attack, attack, attack.
Well, we'll see if that indeed can play out here in this third period of play, Kobe Jones. It'll be interesting because Smoke seems to have the momentum here, but Fusion has found some pieces here they can use to maybe get some success in this third period.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Smoke seems to have everything going the right way. We'll see if they make any adjustments or if they just say, okay, stay the course. But it's really going to be about Fusion. What adjustments do they make to get back into this match? Are they going to start shooting from distance? We see the wind has been a factor, but it's been switching. It's been shifting from one side to the other. And as I said, we're in Southern California, sunny and nice, but how does the sun affect the goalkeepers? And we're seeing that Fusion that's right in the eyes.
3 is one of the magic numbers. 3 teams, 3 different goals, 3 periods of 15 minutes, and 5 players per team on the field at one time. Remember, it's a 360 degrees of playing surface here. The goalies can score, evident as what we've seen by Evan Brown
yes,
earlier
indeed.
in our coverage here. And of course, hands off like anything else when it comes to the ball at your feet. Smoke, 8, Fusion, 7, Volume 2, as we get set for the third period here of our OmegaBall Championship men's final. Fusion trailing Smoke by a goal will kick it off immediately, going right at the Smoke goal, and the ball winds up in the hands of goalkeeper Evan Brown. Sam Lower trying to play it forward. Turns over, and Volume with a chance to get it back. Picardo. Sorber pushing his way through. He was maybe looking for a whistle there, but we didn't hear one.
I'm interested to see the tactics. There's a lot of movement going on from the Smoke players, as we see. You just got Gabriel Mejia just kind of moving from one side to the other. He faked a run, towards the Fusion goal and then cut back.
Goes a little bit back to your point earlier here in this men's championship final, as that one zips into the back of the net off Mejia. Didn't find it a moment ago, Kobe, but he found it there.
Well, this is it. He's picking up the ball right in the middle, and he's got a great shot. And that's the thing. Wherever you pick up that ball on this field, you're within striking distance. Oh! We're seeing some of the skill players start to step up. We see Giviti try to make a little magic happen.
He just barely touched it right there with that chance.
Yeah, here's the steal, and then just a quick shot. And that's the thing. As soon as you get that ball, you should be looking to goal.
Not to mention a pretty good strike with the right foot there from Mejia. And that's the subtle nuance of OmegaBall, that you have to not only have your head on a swivel, but immediately if the ball turns over, it's not just the team that you're maybe attacking, but it's that other third team that you have to be aware of, because they might have a chance on cue. Jesus Guevara with another one for Smoke, and Fusion and Volume best be careful, as all of a sudden Smoke and continuing that trend from the second period.
Yeah, you don't want to fall apart, and right now Smoke is just going strong, and you've got to find a way, and there's almost got to be just like an unsaid agreement. Hey, let's try to get at the ones that's out in front, as you see Smoke slowly starting to pull away.
We heard from Leslie Osborne downstairs earlier talking about how young this Smoke team is. Let's go back to that last goal. And I think it's Guevara who was able to find the space and the time.
Yeah, it's just a little fake, a little hesitation, and lets the ball to drag to that right foot and then puts it home.
Quick distribution there from Dominguez. Picardo getting to attacking spot, tried to bend one for the far corner, never really had that right to left curve on it.
No, Picardo's been looking for it consistently from that side.
He has, hasn't he?
He's hoping.
Back post and an easy finish there. There's one back for Fusion.
And maybe that's the start. Maybe that's the start for Fusion.
Jaden Nachimzan was there, and there is a left-footed volley strike from Cavite. Volume, first time they've scored since the opening 15 minutes. Let's go back to Fusion's last goal to pull them within 2 of Smoke.
And you see it from Nachimzan, just it's a Vulture situation. Ball squeaks through, he's sitting at the back post, you can just pass it into the back of the net. Not much of a chance for the goalkeepers on those.
Not at all.
We don't have a whole lot of pity for goalkeepers in this match.
Not really. And that's the beauty of OmegaBall, right? That's the beauty, Kobe, is that all of a sudden it looks like a chance has gone by the wayside, but nope, it quickly turns into something else, either for the other team or even for your own side. Sam Lower steps in to win it. If Fusion can pull one more back right here. Although they don't. It's actually the other way. Gabriel Mejia pulling another one into the back of the net for Smoke. Four and a half minutes gone in this final third period of play of the OmegaBall Men's Championship Final.
And we got to see how now with these final 10 minutes or so, how does Fusion react? There's I would say a significant 3-goal difference here. And they're still playing with the 2 back, 2 up front.
Well, a good chance here from a corner spot. Serving it in toward the back post. I think there has to be a little more intention on those corner services in the sense that you can't really just play to the back post.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you on that.
Moments ago, Smoke finding the back of the net for the 11th time.
And these are just shots from distance, and people slow to step up, slow to block those shots, and Smoke is taking advantage.
Loose ball in front.
Ooh, so close. So close.
Andrew Hernandez.
Yeah, Andrew Hernandez on that one. He's that leader on the field for them. He's looking for that goal to kind of will his team back into the match.
I think the attack as far as which goal is being attacked, I feel like it's been more here against Volume for the majority of the gameplay.
I'd agree with you, 100%. I think both teams are kind of picking out, okay, where's the weak link? Which is the team that is struggling? And Volume has definitely struggled a bit. They've given the ball away easily in certain areas.
Munoz weaving between players, deflected in the end. That'll be a corner chance now here for Pink. Kyler Sorber, son of former U.S. men's national teamer Mike Sorber, now an assistant out with Toronto FC in Major League Soccer. Sorber asks for it in the space. He'll get it there. Trying to play across to the back post, but the late run of Brian Chang not in time. Sam Lower.
Oh, that's nice.
Pretty stuff, but Drazen comes up with the goods and the save. That'll award a free kick, a corner, if you will, here for Smoke, and they just play back to their goalkeeper, Evan Brown.
And that's a little look of how you want to play this game. Guevara, he cuts one way, has the defenders going, then he cuts back the other way, and the defenders adjust, then he cuts again. You have to defend every single angle, so it's difficult for defenders, but makes it exciting for the attacking players.
In-game adjustments continue for all 3 teams in this one. Fusion find themselves trailing Smoke by 3. What are we expecting, Leslie?
Yeah, Mark, I just talked to Coach Kevin. Initially, they were going to try that one holding Tyler back and pushing 3 up front. That wasn't working. They tried the 1-2-1. Now they're back to the 2-2. He's really trying to get number 3, Mikey Perchardo, up higher onto the field to help them with their attack.
Gustavo Munoz tallying one there to bring one back for Volume, but it looks like they're going to play third fiddle for this OmegaBall Championship men's final. Speaking of that tactic, Mikey Picardo, he's had space on the left-hand side as Chang tries to find space on the right side, but he hasn't been able to do much with it, Kobe.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. It has to be, you have to be clinical, you know, at the right times, especially in a game like this where it's consistent shots on goal, because if you're not clinical, the opponent will be, and you'll find yourself down 2-3 goals.
Still plenty of time, just under 7 minutes to play in this third period. Smoke goalkeeper Evan Brown inviting some pressure there. Now it turns over. Oh, and it winds up into the back of the net.
Yes, that's just called muscling your way through. That was a nice one.
Every time you think that, Fusion might be putting something together to close the gap, Smoke seems to have a response each and every time. Header goes just wide from Gabriel Mejia. Let's go back to Smoke's last goal here.
And this is Gabriel Mejia, just goes through one, just rides the tackle, little bit of tenacity here to stay with the ball. There it is, just rides around the defender and is able to slot that one home.
Good job to hold the defender off, as you said, Kobe. I mean, draped all over his back, but he still found a way to separate himself and then finish into the corner. Bending ball, that'll go up and over the crossbar. It was Jesus Guevara looking for the chance there. And with 5.5 minutes to play, Smoke with 12, Fusion 3 in volume, trailing in third right now. What a pass. Oh, looking for the back post for Guevara. Sorber steps in to intercept. He'll go up and over the top, but the long ball all the way in towards Smoke keeper Evan Brown.
Oh, nice ball from Evan
Smoke
Brown.
looking for more.
Ooh. Just the distribution that has been coming from Evan Brown has been very solid. I think all the way around, if you had to say, as far as goalkeepers, he's the standout right now. He hasn't been tested too much, but his distribution and his ability to be a threat with the ball, as he scored one, fantastic.
Yeah, I think if my memory serves me correctly, I think he's only been scored upon twice. Let's check in downstairs with Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And Kobe, I couldn't agree more on Evan Brown and how much he has to do with this team's success. Talked to Kenneth earlier. He said he's a huge piece to this. And guys, let me tell you, the energy is so high down here. It's like they are not tired at all. Their fitness is going to be their advantage here, and they want more goals.
Well, I'm pumped, Leslie. I mean, it's just been going back and forth. Goals galore here in this one.
Yeah, and here comes the leader. Kenneth Lee is back on the pitch. You're going to see just aggressive play from him.
Nearly a Vulture chance there for Gustavo Munoz, but he couldn't find the corner.
How did he miss that one?
I don't know.
He was wide open in front of the net. That's got to be on target.
Change in possession, that means a change in direction. That's a huge characteristic here in OmegaBall. Long distance will go up and over the crossbar of Scott Drazen and the Fusion goal. Fusion gonna play out of the back. Drazen, his first real venture forward. What can he do with it? Still on his feet, still looking.
Couple step overs, he's having some fun.
Oh, now he left a wide open goal. Picardo tripped up as he tried to get out of his own area.
You see Drazen dancing with the ball?
I
you know,
liked
for
it.
the big man. He had a few step overs and everything. Not bad.
Good save there from Dominguez.
What a save. Body on the line on that one. I think he caught that one with the fingertips.
Yeah, it spilled for a moment, but those sticky fingers of those gloves these days, right back in possession.
That modern day stick 'em now.
That's right. Inside of 3 minutes here in this third period. Do Fusion have an answer? Or when the smoke clears, will they be the champions? Munoz, good pressure from Drazen, the Fusion keeper, to push it away.
And you know, there's plenty of time left still. It's only a 3-goal difference.
All right, because we've seen 2-3 goals in this game in the span of, 30, 40 seconds. Bending for the corner, and it goes just wide from Nachim Zahn.
Yeah, those are the chances that are going wanting for Fusion. Can they find a way to get back into this match? Team Smoke pushing.
Smoke, meanwhile, they've done all the hard work now. Can they hang on here? Out in front of Fusion by 3 goals with just under 2 minutes to play here in the finals.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why Fusion isn't out there trying to push the pace of the game, too. It's only volume. Oh, nice crack.
The onus falls on the team in green, Fusion, if they can find a way to close the gap against Smoke. You can't turn the ball over like that, because now it's Volume who look for a chance of their own.
Yeah, Fusion's got to push some numbers high. Spread this game out a little bit. They can find themselves back in this.
Sorber from long distance directly into the back of Hernandez. Over the top. 1 minute remaining here in the OmegaBall Championship Men's Final. Zygmunt tried to get to the corner, see if he could turn to the outside. He will earn a corner set piece here for Volume. Quickly back in play, and Sorber tripped up just outside the edge of the arc. Clock will stop for a moment. So right at about 30 seconds. 38 seconds to be precise. Sorber puts it back in play. Zygmunt denied. And it looks like it just be a matter of seconds here. Smoke will track it down near their own goal, and probably starting to sense that they've been able to do enough to wrap this one all up as that one comes all the way up and over the top. Up and over the bar, but it was merely cosmetic at that point. And yes, Smoke trailed by a couple of goals, Kobe Jones, after the first 15 minutes. They came alive in the second. They continue that in the third. And they are your OmegaBall Championship winners here this afternoon in Irvine.
Yeah, well deserved. And just the way they saw this whole game out, period to period. They figured out what they needed to do from the first to the second. They made the adjustments tactically and then just slowly climbed the ladder and went beyond and ended up with the victory.
At the end of the day, you're going to be talking about the fact that they found the back of the opponent's net 12 times over the course of this men's OmegaBall Championship final. But I might even go all the way down to goalkeeper Evan Brown and the job he did where things started back there as maybe their MVP today.
Yeah, I thought he did a fantastic job in there getting a goal himself. And look, I don't think he was tested that much, but also when he was tested, he was fantastic. But Gabriel Mejia, hey, leading goal scorer for that team, 6 goals on the day.
How did they do it in that third period? After they took just a 1-goal lead into the final 15 minutes, well, they quickly picked up where they did in the second period. 4 goals for Team Smoke in that final 15 minutes, and that's really what proved to be the difference.
Yeah, and just separating themselves from the rest of the team. I think they're better organized and just a better understanding how tactically to approach this match. They had some great shots from distance, and they had it done all the way around.
Anytime Team Fusion came asking some questions, oh, we're going to close the gap, things like this happen. And all of a sudden, Smoke would expand their lead. In the end, they come away as your OmegaBall Men's Championship winners. And the team is standing by downstairs with Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. Congratulations, Smoke. The first ever OmegaBall Championship. Boys, how does it feel?
It's great. It was a tough tournament. You know, we had a good game yesterday and another close one today. I won't say much. This is all these guys. I think every time we made a sub, every time someone went out there, they did something positive. So congratulations, guys. Well done. And I guess we're in the history books, you know, first ever OmegaBall champ. So good job, guys. Good job.
I love it. Daniel, what's the biggest difference from OmegaBall to traditional soccer?
You know, I think it's so chaotic. You know, everywhere you turn, you know, there's someone right on you know, right on your back. So you really just gotta be very aware and, you know, not give the ball away, pretty much. Yeah.
Love it. What's the best skill and skill set for OmegaBall? What do you think?
I think it will be defense to defend, let the other team make the mistake and just counter every time, take shots from far, be confident about your players, most of all, touch the ball, have fun. That's mostly the key.
Love it. Well, congratulations, Smoke, the youngest team. We look forward to seeing you guys again in the future.
Yeah, it's their first as the OmegaBall championship winners here at the Orange County Great Park this afternoon. But Kobe Jones, it will not be their last. We're on to something here. Goals galore, plenty of high-pace action, decision-making, big saves, big moments. There's a lot to love when you look at OmegaBall.
Yeah, when you talk about it, I mean, it's everything you want, you know, and this is the perfect examples. And it started off, you know, fantastic for Smoke, you know, some goals early on. So they were getting crosses from distance. They were stealing balls, vulturing plays. This is what you need. You need to have opportunities everywhere out there, and they did it. They were having volleys. They were having their goalkeeper score. They were doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think in our final, we said that goalkeeper Evan Brown was the most adventuresome. He was the only goalkeeper of all three to find the back of the net like he did right there.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see, and that also bleeds in a little bit to the fun talking about. But look at this. It's just being the first to react, and everyone knows that in every sport. They talk about reaction. Well, this builds that to another level where you have the ball bouncing in front of you, behind you, you have players from two different teams. You have to react and beat out your opponent.
And you look at all of these finishes, especially for Team Smoke. I mean, of their 12 goals, I don't think any of them are really these are quality finishes, and that is the reason why Team Smoke, the youngest team in the tournament with several teenagers, they're the ones that come out on top. 12 goals for Team Smoke, 9 in the bag for Fusion, and at the end of the day, 4 for Volume, the team in pink. Those guys are going to get their hands on the trophy as your OmegaBall Championship men's final results. Smoke, your winners after 45 minutes of play on this gorgeous surface here at the Orange County Great Park, and consequently, they were making a little bit of history. They will celebrate tonight as the champions of the OmegaBall men's championship final. That's going to do it for our coverage from down here in Orange County. We brought you everything. The young talent on display, goals from all different angles, big-time saves, and of course, in the end, there could only be one winner. That's Team Smoke. They're your OmegaBall championship winners. For Kobe Jones, Leslie Osborne, and Kem Curley, and the rest of our production team, I'm Mark Rogandino. Only one place to catch all this chaotic action, and that is OmegaBall.
That was.
OmegaBall Championships presented by TNNS, the cryptocurrency that is building a better future for sports. Head to www.tnns.pro for more information. Capelli Sports, OmegaBall Championships presented by Capelli Sport. Head to capellisport.com to get your soccer gear today. And Turf Tank, the world's first autonomous line marking robot. Team Smoke getting their hands on the OmegaBall Championship trophies after they defeated both Fusion and Volume here at the Orange County Great Park. convincing win, Kobe Jones, from top to tail. Yes, they trailed early in that first period, but they always had an immediate response, and from the second period on, they started to run away with it.
Yeah, maybe it had to do with that youth. You know, just a little bit more energy and just a little bit more desire in every aspect of this game. And they did a fantastic job, you know, from their goalkeepers through the defenders all the way up top to the players, the multiple players that were scoring goals, and that was key.
Yeah, they seem to have the cohesive mojo working, if you will, too, because whether it was substitutions or the ability to keep the spirits up for all the guys that were out there on this circular pitch here in Irvine, they continually had answers and kept each other afloat and going forward.
Yeah, and I think that the free substitutions help as well. When you're starting to feel a little tired, you just get off and you get some more energy in there, and the energy was significant from this team Smoke. And I gotta say, Gabriel Mejia with the 6 goals, you know, just on the day, that was pretty impressive. So you have someone like that scoring goals. You have your goalkeeper having a fantastic day scoring a goal. You know, I think things are probably going to go your way.
When you say young, it's probably important to note the guy is just a senior at Culver City High School, and he grew up in the Inglewood area, not too far from here in Irvine, California. But yes, he was one of the stars of the day for sure in terms of putting the ball away in the back of the net. That is going to do it for our coverage here. Smoke, your winners in the OmegaBall Championship Final here at the Orange County Great Park in Irvine. They're all smiles for good reason as they are able to get their hands on the hardware. For Leslie Osborne and Kobe Jones, I'm Mark Rogandino. Glad you could join us for this new and ultra exciting sport. Only one place to find all the goals and all the chaotic controlled action. It's OmegaBall.